Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a big box of Norwegian pianist Leif Ove Andsnes, a wonderful artist who made a bazillion recordings. And I remember when he first started. It was like with the Grieg piano concerto and some other things on Virgin Classics, which got sucked up by EMI, and he got sucked up with them, I guess. But boy, there's a lot of stuff here. There really should be. There should be at least 2 Grieg piano concertos. Yep, there they are. And some other goodies. Let's go see what's in here, shall we? Oh, it's alphabetized on the back. That was so nice of them. Anyway, okay. So we get the box. We have the normal thing. There's a little bookie. Here is the little bookie. And, of course, I don't think he's still recording for EMI, is he? Or Warner, or whoever they are. I mean, it's kind of interesting because they send out a box, right? And the box has the collected works, all the recordings he made for this label, and oh, they're so fabulous and all that. And that's why we no longer have anything to do with them. It's sort of, there's an irony there, right? There really is. But let's just unbox all this stuff and see what we have. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is good stuff. Now, for some reason, the Virgin stuff is on Erato. Some of it's on Erato, some of it's on Warner. This makes no sense to me whatsoever, what wound up where. But we have Bartók violin sonatas and sonata for solo violin with Christian Tetzlaff, which is always very, very good. So that's fun. I mean, he's the piano guy. Tetzlaff is the violinist. Brahms, Piano Concerto No. 1, 3 intermezzi with City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra, Simon Rattle. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, Rattle's a decent accompanist in that. And, and he plays quite well. Brahms, viola sonatas, with Lars Anders Tomter. This is beautiful. I remember this coming out. And enjoyed it with the Schumann Märchenbilder. Lovely, lovely disc. Really, really beautiful. They were both quite young and kind of, looking miserable. There we go. Doesn't he look adolescent? Whatever. There we go. And then we've got Chopin. Oh, Chopin stuff. Chopin, Piano Sonatas 1 and 3. And then there should be another one, Piano Sonata 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, the mazurkas and the etudes. These are some etudes. I mean, some mazurkas and some etudes. These are beautiful performances. They really are. I remember also, they were on Virgin originally, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a big deal because you really couldn't find the Chopin First Piano Sonata anywhere. Even Chopin ignored it. It was his Opus 4. There were 3 little opera before that, right? And it's fun to have. It's great. It was great to have them all together in very consistently lovely performances. And then we've got Dvorak, the Piano Quintet in A, with all kinds of people. Sarah Chang, Alexandra Kerr, Wolfram Christ, Georg Faust, and the Grieg Ballade in G minor. And then the Szymanowski Symphony Concertante with Rattle and City of Birmingham. Fabulous. Maybe the best version of this available right now, or one of the best for sure. And Rattle and Birmingham never did anything better than their Szymanowski. They really knocked that one out of the park. So that's terrific. And, here we go. The Grieg Piano Concerto no, it's not the Grieg Piano Concerto. I thought it was here. No, Piano Sonata. Okay, Grieg stuff. He was Norwegian. He was supposed to do Grieg. He did a lot of Grieg. He did Grieg really well. He really did very well, extremely well, actually. It's nice when somebody from, that area, does the composer of their area with particular aplomb. You can't always count on that. It doesn't always happen. It's supposed to, but it doesn't always. So you've got some lyric pieces, poetic tone pictures, album leaves, things, and the piano sonata. Then we've got lyric pieces, a whole slew of them here. Very, very nicely done. Performed on Grieg's piano at the composer's villa in Troldhaugen. I've been to the composer's villa in Troldhaugen. Let me tell you, it's a lovely spot. Really a charming spot. Then here it is, the Piano Concerto with the Liszt Piano Concerto No. 2. I remember liking this album because not only is it a wonderful performance of the Grieg with the Bergen Phil and Dmitry Kitayenko conducting, but you didn't get the usual coupling. It wasn't Liszt No. 1, it was Liszt No. 2, and good for them. Really very, very memorable. It got rave reviews when it came out. It really did. But then he did them again. Grieg and Schumann with the Berlin Phil. Ooh, with Berlin and Maris Janssens. I like the first one better. Sorry, but it's excellent. And the Schumann's very good too. So it's lovely with Maris Janssens and the Berlin Phil, and what's not to love. Then we have Haydn piano sonatas. These are charming, well played, nicely done, I think. I was never a huge fan of his Haydn. I wasn't. Other people liked it, especially these, the piano concerti, which I detested and still do. I think that they're mannered and unspontaneous to a fault. He's supposedly piano and conductor. It all, for me, didn't work, but others felt differently. So I am going to just say, not my taste. The sonatas are much better than the concertos. But I still think he was best not doing Haydn. Remember the adolescent thing here? Remember that over here? Where was it? Oh, there he was. Yes, there he is, right there. On the right there where my little pinky there is, the adolescent sort of glum guy. Well, that's not Haydn. It's just not Haydn. So anyway. What did I do there? Brahms, Haydn. No, there's Haydn. Okay, these go in the front. CDs 1 and 2. That was CD 12. Forget his Haydn. But his Janacek was excellent. First class. My goodness, wonderful that he did this. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, better than having some guy do his own stuff really well is having him do the unique stuff that other people who do it as their own stuff do, but do it as well as they do. Did that make any sense at all? I don't know. All I can tell you is this was first class Janacek. You get the sonata in the Mists and On an Overgrown Path Series 1. Brilliant. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. More with Christian Tetzlaff. Oh, this was fun. Violin sonatas by Janacek, Debussy, Ravel, and Nielsen No. 2. What a great record. Frankly, I mean, just really cool violin sonatas. Terrific. A lovely Liszt disc. Yes, the Après un lecteur du Dante, the Dante Sonata, right, and some forgotten waltzes and the Mephisto Waltz No. 2 and 1, and the Harmonie Poétique et Religieuse Andante Lagrimoso. Yes, it's very good stuff. Let's see what else. Mozart, Piano Concertos 9 and 18. Again with the Norwegian Chamber Orchestra. I didn't like these either. I mean, it's not that they're bad per se. I just found them self-conscious, extremely self-conscious and unspontaneous. So that was me. More Mozart piano concertos with the Norwegian Chamber Orchestra. More of the same comment. Not my thing. Pictures in an Exhibition. Mussorgsky stuff and Schumann's Kindersehnen. What a lovely coupling. Really a smart coupling. It's fun to hear this together. And from memories of childhood. And some other Near the Southern Shore of the Crimea by Mussorgsky. Some unusual Mussorgsky things along with some usual Schumann things in an unusual context. Smart programming and very good playing. Another fabulous disc, the Nielsen Piano Works, which nobody knows. Fantastic here. The Chaconne, the amazing Chaconne for piano. The Luciferian Suite, which is brilliant and marvelous. And then a bunch of piano pieces and the humoristic bagatelles. Humorous bagatelles. Very good. Very, very fine. This was a classic from the day it came out. And he was looking a little cheerier. See? He was happier by then. Rachmaninoff. Oh, he did all the Rachmaninoff stuff. That's right, or most of it anyway. Piano concertos and a couple of times, actually. Yeah, okay, so we've got the 1 and 2 with the Berlin Phil and Papano, and 3 and 4 with the London Symphony and Papano, and they're very, very good. I mean, people have already sort of forgotten about this Rachmaninoff series, but he did an excellent job with them, and they really are fine. And this is his first third with Oslo and Paavo Berglund. I mean, how many people get 2 Rachmaninoff 3s in like 10 minutes, right? Let's see, what's the difference? There's like no difference. Well, there's a little difference. The slow movement under Berglund is a little faster. The finale under Papano is a little faster. But he really knew what he was doing in that music, and they're beautiful performances. More Rachmaninoff with songs with Dmitri Kharitonov. Dmitry Kharitonov doing Rachmaninoff songs. If you like Rachmaninoff songs, they sound Rachmaninoff-y. Schubert, the Piano Sonata number 17, the Gasteiner, and some Lieder with Ian Bostridge, who sings extremely well. The Piano Sonata is just lovely. It's not much of a critique, just to say it's lovely. I should say bar 23 in the con moto second movement is played with extra inflection on the second quarter note. It's lovely. Schubert Sonata, the C minor Sonata. I love the C minor Sonata. This performance did not stick with me. What can I say? It didn't. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It just didn't stick with me. And then more Lieder with Ian Bostridge and some fragments. Oh, all kinds of fragments. Schubert fragments with Ian Bostridge, fragmenting. Schubert, number 20 in A major. There we go. Now we're getting better. I remember this one. See, I'm not playing them all over again. I dip into these boxes to see, to listen to the things I didn't know, first of all, and second of all, to just refresh my memory of some things. But the A major, this is better than the C minor, I think. It's a more lyrical work. I think it suits him better. I don't know. He's not. It's fun. It's funny. I mean, you don't, for example, find him doing like boatloads of like Beethoven and Bartok. I think that he may get angry at me for saying so, but I think Ovis is Ovis. Leif Ove Andsnes. Sorry, guy. I'm really messing that up, aren't I? He's got to forgive me. I think he's better in more broad-breathed lyrical music. That's just me. Than in sort of stormy, crazy music. Although the Nielsen is like, nothing to shake a tail at, and it's pretty exciting. Anyway, so this is very nice, and more Lieder with Ian Bostridge, who does wonderful Lieder, and the B-flat Sonata, number 21. A lovely performance of that. Yes, lovely. As I said, lovely. No, soulful. There. I'll come up with a new adjective besides lovely. It is soulful. It has a beautiful flow to it, especially the big, long first movement. I enjoyed this performance very much. I really did. And you get three big deal Lieder. You get Viola, Der Winterabend, and Abschied von der Erde, melodrama with Bostridge. I mean, these were nice discs, well put together to have the sonatas with the songs and things. I like that very much. Then you've got the Winterreise with Bostridge. This is a Bostridge disc. I mean, Andsnes is a wonderful accompanist. And people who like Bostridge doing Schubert Lieder, and he was a very fine Schubert singer. He is a very fine Schubert singer. Will enjoy that. I mean, Winterreise is always such a laugh riot anyway. Schumann, Piano Sonata number 1, the Fantasy in C major. Oh, a good record. He's a good Schumann pianist. You see, there you go. He has fantasy. He has imagination. And that first movement of the C major Fantasy just always blows my mind. And if you can't do that, then you have no right to play the piano. And he plays it quite well. He does. More Schumann. Piano trios and the 6 studies in canonic form, arranged for piano trio by Theodor Kirchner with Andsnes, Tetzlaff, and Tetzlaff. They did a wonderful thing together. They really did. The Tetzlaffs did Andsnes, and then they did some Lars Vogt and other people like that. And really, they did wonderful chamber music recordings. Schumann, piano trio number 3. That's the same folks. And the Fantasie Stücke. I like these Schumann recordings. I'm not a Schumann fan, generally speaking. So for me to really enjoy somebody's Schumann, I think it has to have a certain, reach out and grab you special character, at least as I hear it. Other people who love Schumann are always being grabbed. But I'm not always in grab mode. And these are grabby performances. They're quite lovely. Let's see, Schumann and Brahms, piano quintets with the Artemis Quartet. Oh, it's a beautiful performance of the Brahms F minor. I love the Brahms F minor. I like it better for 2 pianos, but I love it anyway. And the Schumann piano quintet in E flat. These are terrific performances. Oh, I like this one too. Shostakovich, Piano Concerto number 1, the Britten Piano Concerto, and the Ionescu Legend for trumpet and piano with Andsnes, Håkan Hardenberger, City of Birmingham, Paavo Järvi. Really a good record. Really delightful. There's really good stuff in here. Horizons, a personal collection of piano encores. Okay, it's horizontal. Shadows of Silence. Oh, this has the Lutoslawski Piano Concerto, Kurtag's selections from Yatakok Games, those things, and Marc-Andre Dalbavie. He's a good modern composer. I've enjoyed his music. This was commissioned by Andsnes. And Brent Sorensen's The Shadow of Silence with the Bavarian Radio, Franz Welser Most, and Andsnes doing his thing. Good. He did some contemporary stuff. And then The Long, Long Winter Night. We have, let's see, Norwegian folk songs and peasant dances by Grieg. Gert Fate from 100 Folk Songs from Hardinger, some piano versions, which has The Long, Long Winter Night in it, by the way. And David Monrad Johansson's Pictures from Nordland, Fartein Valen's Variations, which are, anemic and atonal, as he usually is. And Harold Severud, Sletter Ogstefra Justel, oh boy. And some Grieg, Hymn Against the Boig from Peer Gynt. Boy, is that interesting. Fine, lovely, wonderful stuff. Okay, so we're in business. This is very, very good. And, I'm back. There we go. Thing disappeared. This is a good box. He made some Andsnes did, that's he, made some really first-class records for EMI Warner. Maybe he still is. I don't know if he is or not, actually. But it seems like he's maybe moved on to other things. I don't know. I can only speculate. Given the current status of the record industry, I am happy that this box came out. I'm glad that we have the opportunity to reassemble all this. Gee whiz. There. This opportunity to survey his 36 CD output. So far, he's not that old. He's still got a career going. Who knows what else he'll be doing? This is impressive. And what makes it really impressive to me, I'm happily impressive, is that it is not oversaturated with Beethoven and other German standards. Yes, there's lots of Schumann, but he seems to have a feel for Schumann. That's a thing with him. But yeah, some Mozart, not so good. Some Haydn, not so good. But there's time. So maybe some Beethoven stuff will be coming and he'll be ready for it. And he'll do amazing things. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be great, wouldn't it? So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.